Let's have a conversation. Tell me what you think about the issues of the world. What kind of spice you wanna be? Tell me where you wanna travel. Do you believe in luxury? What's your hidden passion? What makes you so unique? Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole.
Greetings. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host, and we are here at Nefertari's Fine Dining. And my guest is Miss Kimaya Warren. Welcome, Kimaya. So, Kimaya, you have something very exciting coming up. You are an actress here in Tallahassee, and you're about to be on a sitcom entitled what?
David Makes Man.
David Makes Man. And you play the role of who?
Shella.
Shella. Okay, very good. Well, before we get all into that, I want to talk a little bit about you. So tell me about your family.
Well, I have 3 other siblings, Kaylin, Evan, and Ebony. They
Okay.
are challenging sometimes, but I love them to death, and we may not always agree, but we get through it sometimes.
Okay, you get through it.
And my parents are very supportive of my acting decisions. They, a few years ago, I came to my parents saying I wanted to act professionally. That's it. And they respected my decision, and they searched high and low for acting jobs for me. So
Okay.
I'm appreciative of that.
Nice. Now, do you recall your first acting job?
Yes, I did a Disney commercial at a Animal Kingdom hotel for a Disney crew tutorial, I think. I'm just trying to refresh my memory. This was a few years ago.
Okay.
It was really fun. I didn't really speak that much, but it was fun.
So you had a non-speaking acting
Yes.
role. Okay. Do you remember how old you were?
I think I was 6.
All right. And you're how old now?
I'm 11.
Okay. Now, when you did that, did you really enjoy it?
I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Seeing the cameras kind of shocked me at first, but then I got used to it. It was just, I was literally on cloud 9, knowing that I was in front of a camera doing what I love. That's just what it is.
Nice. Now, who are some of the actors that you admire?
Well, for starters, my auntie Angie, Angela Robinson, she's very close to my heart. She is so amazing to me. She sometimes spoils me, but not that much. She was on Oprah Winfrey's Haves and Have-Nots.
Oh, okay.
She's amazing.
Okay. All right. Now, have you worked with her in terms of acting before?
No, I have not.
Okay.
But I dream of doing that.
You dream of doing that? All right. Are there any other actors that you'd like to work with?
Yes. China Ann McClain is amazing.
Okay.
She was on Disney Channel's Ant Farm.
Uh-huh.
It was awesome.
Okay.
I really haven't met her,
But you would like to maybe work with her?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So what is it about acting that you love so much?
just the people, really. And when I'm doing what I love, it's not really like I'm acting. It's just like hanging out with a group of friends and just speaking to each other.
Okay. Now, is the David McMahon role, is that your first speaking acting position?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Well, when I found out that I was speaking, I could not keep my head on my body.
Okay.
It was my first speaking role, and it was out of the ordinary.
Okay. So how did you prepare for that?
How I prepared for it? Well, I just read what the writers said about the character, and then I just build from that. It's almost like a tower.
Okay.
It's like you have to add layers to it.
So you start at the foundation and build up.
Yes.
Okay. And did it take you a long time to kind of perfect the role?
It did not. It took me quite a good amount of time. I wouldn't say a lot of time, but it just took a decent amount of time.
Okay. And did you find it difficult to balance your acting with your schoolwork?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when I was doing schoolwork, all I could think about is what time will I be on set and when will they need me. That's all I would think about. I wouldn't even focus. But I still got some work done.
Okay. So what was a typical day like on the set?
A typical day on set would be we had to do we had to do a certain amount of schoolwork first, and then whenever they needed us, they would call us onto set, and then after we were done, if we did not finish our school hours, we would go back to the schoolroom and keep doing our work until we were finished.
Okay, so there were other children on the set as well.
Yes.
Gotcha. So what was it like working with the other children?
It was like we clicked at first. We all were just like the best of friends. We talked to each other all the time. We couldn't keep our mouths shut. We seriously could not keep our mouths shut in the schoolroom.
So like regular school, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Now, were there any actors that you got to work with that you really admired or looked up to, or maybe that you even wanted to meet before you had this role?
Yes. Felicia Rashad.
Felicia Rashad. Oh, that's a big one.
I used to watch her. Well, our family would watch her on The Cosby Show. It was amazing.
Wow.
My mom would call her auntie.
Okay.
She was like her auntie in her head.
Gotcha. And what was she like?
She was very, very sweet. I can't really describe it.
Okay.
She was absolutely so sweet. But she was like rushing because she had like an interview, and everybody really wanted to take pictures. But the time that we had was enough for me.
Okay, good. Now, did you get to meet Miss Oprah Winfrey?
Yes, I did.
And what was that like?
She was really sweet. At first, I was like, "Oh my God, what am I supposed to do?"
So you were nervous?
Yes.
Okay.
It was nerve-wracking. I didn't really think that I would meet Miss Oprah. I never would have thought in my entire life that I would meet her, but I did.
Okay, awesome. Now, I know that the show is coming out soon, and there are trailers that are being broadcast right now.
Yes.
So what do you think when you see the trailers about the show?
Honestly, I start tearing up every time I see it because it's such a powerful show, and it's really amazing to be part of it.
Wow. Do you think you'd like to act as an adult?
Yes.
Yes.
Even as an adult, I would still like to do what I love because I don't want to be stuck like in a cubicle.
Gotcha.
Typing and writing all day long.
Okay, very good. Well, we're going to take a break right here, but when we come back, I want to hear more about Ms. Kimaya Warren. All right? Stay tuned for more conversations. Welcome back to Conversations with Nicole. If you're just joining us, my special guest is Ms. Kimaya Warren. She is a young actress who will be playing a role on the new sitcom on the OWN network called David Makes Man. So, Kimaya, before the break, you were telling me all about how you met Miss Oprah Winfrey and how exciting that was for you. Do you see yourself on some other sitcoms? Do you think you'd like to do more of this type of work?
Yes, I would love to continue acting and doing what I love like 24/7.
Oh, wow.
It's seriously amazing.
Okay. Now, have you always liked acting?
Yes, pretty much I have. when I was
Even
little.
before you were little? Like, I mean, not before you were little, but even when you were a little girl, you said your first acting position was when you were 6. So can you recall prior to that first acting role wanting to act?
Well, when I was little, I thought that I was going to be an athletic person, which I still am, but acting is just acting is kind of like my exercise, basically.
Okay. And what does your mom and dad have to say about your acting?
My mom and dad are very supportive about that. They're supportive of any decision I would like to do in my life. They're like, whatever you want to do, we'll make it happen
Okay.
without questions.
Nice. Now, what hobbies do you have?
Well, I like singing, and I also partake in a dancing activity at my church.
Okay.
And I also like shopping with my little sisters and my mother.
Okay, shopping. Yeah, I can relate to that. I like shopping too. All right, very good. What about any community activities? Are you involved in the community much at all?
Yes, the dancing at my church. We do that every fourth Sunday, I believe. Every fourth Sunday, Minister Joyce, she comes up with a dance, and we pick a song, and we start dancing to it, and it's really fun. I like doing it with my friends and family.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. Now, you are a very young actress. Do you think it's difficult for children to get into acting?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Just need to find what you want, what kind of acting you want to do. Like there's commercials, infomercials, TV, movies, all of that stuff. And if you want to do it, then you can do it.
Just go out, go for it, huh? Just
Yes.
try it. What advice would you give to young actors besides going
advice?
for it and trying it? Yes.
What advice? Make sure you inform your parents about this, and your parents will most likely to support you in whatever decision you will like. So yeah, just ask your parents, and they'll try to make it happen.
Okay. Now, have you taken any acting classes?
Yes, I do at Young Actors Theater. We do, I think, monthly shows. Recently, we did Mary Poppins,
Okay.
and it was really fun.
You were in that?
Yes,
What role did you play in that?
I think it was a chimney sweep, I believe.
Okay. All right.
It was fun doing what I love with my friends. It was super fun. We had to learn the lines quickly because we had to do the show in like 4 weeks. So we had some time to learn the songs and the dance and our lines.
Okay.
It was quick but fun.
Okay. Now, do you find it difficult to get into character?
Kind of,
Kind
yes. First, like I said, you have to read. You have to do your research, and you just need to build up from there.
Okay. Very good. Sounds great. I mean, you sound like a pro, ma'am. I don't know. Is there any other type of acting? I mean, I know you're doing the sitcom, but would you like to do movies?
Yes, I would very much like to do movies.
Okay.
And when you see the movie, it's like love at first sight because you get to see how it all came together and what scenes made it and what scenes didn't make it.
Gotcha. So I'm proud. You're probably thinking about that as it relates to the new sitcom too, because you all shot all of it, but what gets put in the show is different from what is actually shot a lot of times. And I understand that it's the edit, the edit. So, okay, cool. Do you think you would like to do anything else in the television or movie production sector? I know sometimes actors become producers or directors or, things of that nature. Is that something that you might be interested in?
Yes, I would be interested in producing my own TV show and movie.
Oh.
Like almost like how Moonlight is David Makes Man is coming off from Moonlight. I would like to do that.
Okay, nice. Do you write any now? Do you?
When I was little, I used to write plays.
Okay.
And then I would read them in front of the class. which would be a little bit nerve-wracking, but not that much.
Whoa. Wow. Okay. You used to write whole plays? Okay. Interesting. Wow. I'm kind of blown away by that. Wow, that's great. That's awesome. Well, we are here at Nefertari, so we got to talk about food. You like food?
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite food or favorite meal?
My favorite food would have to be lasagna.
Lasagna.
Yes. Just the cheesiness on top of all the layers.
Yes.
It's just delicious.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the cheesiness on top. Absolutely cannot. Okay, cool. All right, and if you could describe your life as a flavor or a spice, what would it be?
It would be, a flavor would be Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
Yes.
Okay, and tell me why you would choose Rocky Road.
Because our relationships with my siblings are kind of rocky, but then in the end we make up and we love each other very much.
Okay, and that's probably the sweet part too, right? Because Rocky Road is kind of sweet, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I can feel that. I can feel that. Rocky Road. All right, nice. I hadn't heard that one before, Kimaya, but I like that. I like that. Now, do you see yourself as maybe a talk show host?
Maybe. Because I really like to talk to people.
You do?
I'm very talkative.
You are?
I like meeting new people.
Okay.
I also like cameras.
You like
very
cameras,
much.
huh? Do you do any photography?
No, but I am willing to try some in the future.
Okay, all right. Well, I follow you on Instagram. Do you manage your own account?
No, I do not.
Okay.
My
all
mother.
right. Okay.
My mother
Okay.
manages my account.
All right. Good deal. But you watch it, right?
Yes.
You see who's liking and who's commenting and that sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay. Do you like social media?
I like social media, but I wouldn't be on it. I wouldn't be on it that much because you have to get out to know people, not
That's
just get on social media and see the first person that you adore and then follow them. You should go out and meet people.
I agree wholeheartedly. All right, well, we're going to take a break right here, but when we come back, I want to hear a little more about the future from Ms. Kimaya Warren, okay? All right, stay tuned for more conversation. On today's CWN Medical Moment, we are at the TMH Heart and Vascular Center with Dr. Giove, also called Dr. G. We are talking about heart failure. So, Dr. G, tell me, how does heart failure occur?
Well, heart failure occurs when the heart is not able to keep up with the body demands. So, and usually it's associated with people start developing symptoms, which could include shortness of breath or swelling. No? That's usually when it occurs.
Okay. Are there any populations that have more of a propensity of getting heart failure than others?
In this area of the U.S., African American males are especially propense to heart failure. Elderly patients and any patient who have had a cardiac event, which could include a myocardial infarction, have propensity to develop heart failure. Also, sadly, in this region of the U.S., the diet plays a key role in developing of heart failure. Sadly, we have a very high salt intake on patients as well as high fluid intake, which that also, sadly, is a key factor for heart failure development.
Right. It complicates things.
And complicates things, yes.
Yes. So what are some of the treatments for it?
Well, the American College of Cardiology has a long list of medications that patients with heart failure should be on, which are mainly blood pressure medications, and diuretics are also included, as well as diet and fluid restriction. Sadly, in Tallahassee, because of the warm environment, it's difficult to restrict the fluid intake, but if we can at least educate patients with salt intake, I think that would be a great achievement.
Okay. And what about any prevention measures?
Well, if patients start developing symptoms, which could include lower extremity edema, swelling, chest pain, shortness of breath, the key is to patients to touch base with their primary care physician, to make sure that there's no underlying condition, heart condition, which could explain the symptoms they're developing.
Okay. Dr. G, tell me about some of the resources here at TMH to manage heart failure.
Well, at TMH, we have 2 dedicated programs to assist patients with heart failure. One of them is called the Transition Center, which is directed for patients mainly with no insurance or no primary care physicians, which they are assisted throughout the first month after hospitalizations to make sure that all the medications they need are given to them. Also, we have the Heart Failure Clinic, which was created 5 years ago for patients with recurrent events, and it's a team of physicians, nurses, nutritionists, and social workers, which the goal is to assist, educate, and teach patients with recurrent events of heart failure. The clinic is about to be relocated a couple of blocks away from TMH, and the clinic is open 5 days a week, and we're here to help in any way that the community might need help.
Well, thank you for sharing that, and thank you for taking time to talk to me today.
No, thank you very much.
Okay. Stay tuned for more conversation. Welcome back. Well, as you can see, our nachos are here, so we're about to partake of that. But before we go, I want to ask, what's the future hold for you? What would you like to do in the future?
I would like to keep acting, doing what I love, but also I want to direct, write, and produce a movie, which would kind of be challenging, but then again, it would try to be fun.
Well, I think you can do it.
Thank you.
Now, we will be looking out for you on David Makes Man in August of 2019. So excited for you, so very proud of you and happy for you. And thank you for being my guest today. All right. And thank you all for tuning in to Conversations with Nicole, where we are connecting the community through conversations. We will see you